Welcome, PSY 309 students. This is my week 5 commentary as we are coming to the end of our first module on the foundations of the developmental psychology of adulthood. This week and next week, we are dealing with 2 chapters in Whitbourne having to do with normative physical changes as well as strategies for prevention or mitigation of predictable physical effects of aging. So the first chapter is a rather complex one. I believe there are 26 topics in it. I am not so concerned about the detail of it. Whatever detail you need for the testing we're doing, you can find in the prep notes. What I do want you to take away is a systems approach to the somatic aspects of aging. So things like immunosenescence I want you to learn about and think about the practical applications of the psychological and psychosocial aspects of physical aging are not, by and large, the focus of this first chapter. We'll deal with those later as we look at more of the phenomenological aspects of aging in middle and late adulthood. The other aspect, of course, is now is the time to be drafting an outline of your course project, and I would be delighted to review those and provide either written feedback or consult with you by video conference, and we could discuss the development of those projects. You ought to have a pretty good idea of your course project in terms of how you're going to organize it and limit it. By the middle of the semester, this is week 5, and week 7 and 8 are the midpoints of the semester. So please do draft that. I've put a link in the module for this assignment. This is an ungraded aspect, however, so submitting, of course, is optional. If you do submit, please bring it to my attention in Dr. K's office or by email, and I'll be able to provide you with additional feedback on it. The third item I wanted to speak with you about in this commentary is building a relationship or a conversation with individuals here in the Czech Republic, specifically students. The semester now has begun here, and a number of students are considering engaging with you and are looking forward to talking about both your course projects and their own. Of course, I would broaden that to any aspect of discussion related to the topics of our course. But the spirit of this suggestion is that you use these students here in the Czech Republic as informants, so they can give you a cross-cultural perspective on things like immunosuppressants, sarcopenia, and the like. These students are from nursing, they're from education, they're from social sciences, and so forth. And I think you will find both their perspective and the process of communicating with them about these issues to be interesting, and I think they can contribute substantially to your papers. So the process of engaging with peers internationally begins with your exploration of a Google community. So I'm going to post on the website tomorrow the step-by-step procedure for going through Google Plus and finding the Google community that links students in the Czech Republic and in Maine this semester. I'm developing that with Professor Nesponska, and I think you'll find it not difficult at all to access and post your own introduction, perhaps say something about the topics you're considering and how they are perhaps useful to you. Following that, and a Google community is of course similar to Facebook or any social media. It's a fairly simple and straightforward activity. Out of that initial conversation, I hope that you will identify some peers, students here, and thereafter go to a one-to-one communication step and connect with them either through video conferencing or at very least through email, and elicit their help on your projects and hopefully provide help to them on their projects. Remember that they are just getting started with their semester, so they are much less clear about what they're doing this semester than you are. But that will change in a week or two, and if this goes as it has in the past, I think there's a real chance of you and they being substantially helpful to one another. I might add that related to this, of course, is learning more about Central Europe and the Czech culture and geography or whatever interests you. So this is a bridge building exercise, and the whole idea is to make the effort and the conversation both enjoyable and useful to your studies in these courses. So look for the step-by-step instructions to the Google community to appear this week, and I'll post an announcement about it, and then step-by-step assistance in finding peers and connecting with them through Google Hangouts or Skype or FaceTime is the next step beyond the initial media intervention, social media intervention at the Google community. I appreciate your willingness to explore this at least. Behind it is I have a deep conviction that some of the biases of our own text, let alone our own ways of looking at the world, can be revealed and broadened. And so I think this has potential for you and has been valuable for students in the past. So I appreciate your willingness to look at this unusual aspect of our course elements. So thanks very much, and I look forward to working with you on your projects and preparing for the midpoint in the course. Final point, I am offering a video conference meeting in real time for any interested students, just to take stock of where you are in the course, to have real-time conversation, and we'll do that somewhere around week 7 or 8 as we get to the spring break and so forth. More about that in the coming week. So thanks for your attention. Have a good week.